Cross-Border Conference. Let me introduce today's guest, Ivano Dileo, researcher at the University of Bari Aldo Moro and external expert of Archi Regione Puglia. He is engaged on Smart Adria Blue Growth project. He deals with the mapping study of stakeholders engaged on blue economy at Puglia region level through the application of the so-called quadruple helix model. He is also scientific coordinator of the context analysis for the new Interreg IPA, Italia, Albania, Montenegro. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
The focus of the Smart Adria project is on the quadruple eclipse model, a model of cooperation which includes various sectors from the public and private sector and academia, with an emphasis on civil society such as citizens and their needs. Which are the advantages of this model?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. The complex mechanism of complementarity between programs, measures, and interventions has to be faced to an increasing process of interrelations among various actors. Each of them may provide expertise from its own sphere and create critical mass thanks to the simultaneous intervention of other spheres. Compared to the previous triple helix model, the quadruple helix model includes in the model a fourth component named civil society. The involvement of civil society together with cultural and social capital shapes the relationships between the traditional helices. The main goal was and is to link innovation with civil society on the basis of cross-functional cooperation among diverse fields. The interplay among these actors show evident advantages for each of these and among them. First of all, we consider advantages for firms' work. Because businesses located nearby important institutions are more successful. Secondly, scientists, academic world working in the proximity of innovative companies become more performing as they receive information better from the economic environment and quickly. Then advantages are arising from government and public local institutions because they know better our cluster of knowledge. Finally, due to its less formalized character, civil society may be capable of handling different linkages in a pragmatic manner, giving voice to particular categories of entrepreneurs and firms in non-traditional industry. This interplay led us to the creation of multitude of innovation forms, also in the case of blue economy and in perspective of blue growth development.
Thank you. So the core of your analysis is the mapping study of actors and stakeholders involved and potentially involved in blue economy, according to the quadruple helix approach. What are the main results so far?
Well, the inclusion of heterogeneous actors happened in different ways, depending on the territory involved in the project. This step provides us the creation of a common knowledge-based heritage on the blue economy ecosystem from which all the stakeholders involved in the project, but also the external ones can benefit. So the methodological approach focused on in-depth research work, mostly based on data and information collected from various sources, such as websites, scientific publications, but also from public debate with institutional actors. Finally, additional information were collected thanks to the web, the so-called web of types of stakeholders. Our results show the involvement of an important amount of stakeholders and actors directly and indirectly involved in blue economy, arising from different spheres, including traditional firms, innovative firms, but also new startup and spin-off, also financed by Puglia region. The mapping study also contributes to increase the awareness about the importance of blue economy for sustainable development, thus the need for innovation and technological upgrading, also within traditional activities, but also inside the public sectors.
Thank you. So, which are the perspectives of the future development of the blue economy, blue growth at Puglia region level, but also for the entire program area?
Yes, first of all, the risk of weakly exploiting the transnational dimension of cooperation is clearly an issue, a risk for the blue economy, as the sectoral boundary has to be still defined. As regards the perspective, firstly, the efficacy and efficiency of a quadruple helix model will depend on the context, institutional spheres, innovation activity, but also how actors will be involved in this process. Also, the narrow links between traditional sectors and the new ones, such as offshore renewable energy, maritime transport, and sustainable tourism emerge. This may help to increase job opportunities and the creation of new labor markets. Indeed, for instance, ITC specialist engineers want to replace the traditional workers in blue growth sectors, but they will be complementary. However, much also depend on how and to what extent Europe, Asia, but also Eastern Europe will be strategic for the international traffic, maritime traffic in the Adriatic. The clear connections with the smart specialization strategy and the USIRE strategy on blue growth will be useful to intercept action zones and emerging actors as well.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure having you here today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.